Hi, welcome to a Hatha Yoga video. So we'll start this class in Tadasana. So bringing your feet probably 5 to 6 inches apart, planting your foot firmly on the earth, having a slight bend in the back of your knees, bringing yourself to the here and now, taking this time for you, and blocking out any background noises, keeping your electronic device away so you can't see it for a little while. You're worth it. And you can work with your eyes open or your eyes closed, whatever you prefer. And bringing yourself into your breath, into your body, and becoming fully present in this moment. Noticing everything and reacting to nothing. Feeling your spine long, back of your neck long, and dropping your chin slightly. Relaxing your teeth, tongue, and jaws. And working with breath work. Inhale. Continue to keep inhaling as much as you can. Pause. And inhale just a little bit more. Pause. And exhale completely. Inhale. Continuing and inhaling slowly. Filling your lungs from the bottom all the way up to the top. Pause. See if you can bring in a little bit more air. And begin to exhale. Now stop your exhale. Inhale just a little bit. Take in what you can. And this time exhale completely. Inhale. Pause. Let the body assimilate the breath. Inhaling more. Slowly and easily. Exhale completely. Inhale. Pause. Let the body relax. Inhale some more. Where you're comfortable. When you need to pause, pause. Holding that breath. And exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Inhale some more. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And exhale completely. Letting your breath come back to normal on its own. And just notice the difference within your being. It's just all about noticing. Opening your eyes and shaking your feet out. And repositioning yourself back into Tadasana. And opening your eyes. And take a deep breath in. Kicking your feet out. And coming into a wide leg stance. Feeling your whole foot planted on the earth. You want to feel the inside as well as the outside of the foot sole. Toes and heels all on the earth. Don't lock your knees. Have your knees just soft enough to allow the energy to continue to keep flowing from your feet all the way up to your hips. And bringing your hands to your hips, we're simply going to do a little bit of core work, a little bit of strength and twisting within the body. So beginning, turning to the right, very slowly twisting. And you can work with your eyes open or closed. And as you exhale, we'll come back to center. So it'll be a little bit faster than I just demonstrated, but we'll work together. Taking a deep breath in and twisting to the right. When you're ready to exhale, come back to center. Inhaling, twisting to the left, and then coming back to center. Remember to keep the knees soft, and each time, just go a little bit further if it feels right. And again, working with your eyes opened or closed, but notice the difference in your body. Most of us do have a side that's a little bit more flexible than the other. And when you go to that side, just give it a little bit more attention. Maybe pause a little longer. And taking the breaths in and allowing the muscles to relax and stretch. Keep working with your breath. Well, we'll do two more. Warming up the spine. Releasing your hands, bringing your legs back to center and kicking them out. And this time, we'll just come back into Tadasana, keeping our feet 6 to 8 inches apart. Again, keeping the backs of the knees soft. And placing our hands with the inside, the web of our hand, up along the side of our body. And this time as we inhale, again, we'll be starting to the right. Inhale, we're going to keep the hand in contact with the body, coming up all the way to the armpit and down to the knee, and then changing, going to the opposite side. Don't push it. Only go as far as your body is ready. Listen to your body and your back and your spine. Now, this is going to be warming up the lower back and works with flexibility of and movement of the spine and the shoulders. Inhaling, coming to the right, back to center, exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the hand movement up the body and finding your rhythm and finding the flow. Now, this doesn't have to be fast. It should be nice and slow because you don't want to strain your back. The body will warm up, keeping your toes relaxed. And as the body does warm up, go a little farther. As long as you're not feeling any strain within the being, within the spine, the neck. And we'll do two more to each side. And relaxing, let your hands come to your sides. Keeping your feet where they are, close your eyes. And notice the changes. Just warming up the body a little bit more. Breathe. Let the body equalize, let the spine equalize. And then opening up your eyes and kicking your legs out. And we're going to come back to just about the same place. So putting your feet back into Tadasana, 6 to 8 inches apart. And as we inhale, what we're going to be doing next is just twisting and allowing our hands. So you can see the back of my hand is hitting my hip. Front of my hand is hitting my hip on this side. We're just going to swing back and forth. You don't want to go too high because you don't want to hit your kidneys. So you want to stay just in that lower back area. Planting your feet, take a deep breath in and exhale and begin. Make sure that you breathe with movement, letting your head follow the body and allowing yourself to twist. Again, keeping the backs of the knees soft, not locked. And hitting the hips and the lower back, kind of giving them a little bit of massage. Keep breathing. And then slowing it down. And then allowing the being to stop. And if you're okay, close your eyes and allow yourself to just come back to center. If you don't want to close your eyes and it's uncomfortable, find a place to stare at the floor, about 6 to 8 feet in front of you. And again, let the body neutralize. Let it come back into center. You might be feeling tingles. You might be feeling warmth, and all of that is normal. You might even feel a little bit nauseous with the movement. And again, all of that is normal. And when you feel balanced, kick your feet out. We're going to be working with the thymus thump. And so first we'll be bringing our hands into a soft fist. And we'll be bringing them straight out to our sides, making sure that wiggle in whatever you need to do just to get the shoulders to come down a little bit more. We're just, again, warming up and moving different muscles in order to get the spine to have more flexibility. And from here, we'll be starting with the right leg in the left arm. We'll be inhaling, tapping our thymus, and coming back. So join in when you're ready. Take it nice and slow. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Our thymus has everything to do with growth and development. And as we age, it does kind of shrivel. Hence, that's why joints, muscles, etc., everything changes within the body, and aches and pains start to move in. So by giving the thymus just a little bit of wake up, we can reactivate some of those, let's say, chemicals in the body to bring back flexibility into the muscles. Is that saying, if you don't move it, you lose it? It's so very true. Taking a break if you need to, whenever. We'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. And coming back down into center, into Tadasana. Close your eyes and breathe. Feeling any tingles or sensations within your hands and arms. And when you close your eyes, in your mind, in your imagination, imagine that you can see any tension or stress dripping off your fingertips. Just use your imagination. And while you're doing that, notice the texture, the color. And with the next breath, when you inhale, bring in beautiful thoughts of things that make you happy, of love, joy, and peace. And as you exhale, get rid of anything that no longer serves you. Feeling the energy and allowing that energy to flow through your whole body. It's always flowing. It's about us paying attention to it. opening your eyes and kicking your feet out. And we're going to work with a simple balance before we move to the floor. And we're just going to work with the hurdler stretch. It's one that you've probably done in gym class, since gym class when you were younger. So find your balance, so plant your foot. And you're simply going to, now I don't want you to grab the joint, so you want to go above your ankle. So simply grab your ankle. Now if this doesn't work, if you have a belt or a towel or a strap of some sorts or another, put that around and use that just to bring the knee up. If you need to hold the wall, I gotta put my foot down while I'm talking. If you need to hold the wall while you're doing that, feel free, or a chair. Feel free to do that. It's more important to do the movement, even if this is all the farther you go, using a chair, that's awesome. Because it's about strengthening the ankle and the whole leg in order to keep balance. By keeping our hips and our knees, etc., flexible as we age, it really does decrease the chance of us breaking anything as we get older if we should fall. So, with that, taking a deep breath in and exhale. On your next inhale, bring your leg up. If you need to put your arm out for balance, perfect. And find a spot either on the floor or the wall in front of you and stare at that. Now with your back foot, you can point the toe, you can flex it, you can do whatever feels good. Just make sure that you're not on the ankle joint. And bringing yourself up nice and tall, trying to line up the two knees. Trying not to arch the back. And make sure that you're breathing. Two more breaths. On your next exhale, release the foot first. Drop the arm and shake the legs out. And we'll go to the opposite side. So planting the foot and finding your balance, finding your focal point. On your next inhale, grabbing just above your ankle, trying not to grab your foot because you don't want to work with the joint or overflexing the top of the foot. Keeping yourself in line, trying to bring those knees together. Do what you need to for balance. Coming up straight and tall. And make sure that you're breathing. Now, if you're finding this really easy, make sure that you're not squeezing your toes on your balancing foot. Allow the toes to relax a bit. Again, that'll activate different muscles within the ankle. And if you are using a chair, let it go. Take your hand up and down, do what you need to do. But practice at getting a little bit stronger. And this is just something you can do while you're cooking, holding onto the counter and stretching out the front of that quad. And strengthening up the ankles and the legs at the same time. On your next exhale, drop the leg first, drop the arm, and bring yourself back into Tadasana. Feeling the warmth in your body, allowing that grounded feeling to penetrate through you. Being present for you in your body. And taking a few more breaths, letting the body equalize and balance. And if you practice these just throughout the day, if you just choose to, make sure that you always do both sides. And if you can, your weaker side, stick an extra one in for it. So opening up your eyes and bringing yourself down into a sitting pose. And placing your hands over the tops of your knees. And then when you're sitting on the ground, you want to make sure that you pull the flesh away from your sit bones. You want to feel your sit bones right on the ground. You can also use props in the back to hold you up. Let your legs relax. Spine long, dropping your chin just a little bit. And putting your hands over the tops of your knees. And again, finding your breath. Finding your comfort in sitting pose. Keeping your spine long, shoulders back. Teeth, tongue, and jaws relaxed. Noticing the sounds and not reacting. Becoming aware. Key to consciousness really is becoming aware of your surroundings. And that includes the energy, the feelings, which is all energy. Everything is energy. Everything is light, sound, and vibration. Energy. So becoming aware of all the different types of energy in your world and not reacting, just noticing. Because oftentimes in life, we're feeling a lot of other people's energy and we react to it. Great wisdom in the words, know thyself. And now opening your eyes if you haven't already. And with your hands remaining over the tops of your knees, we're going to again warm up the spine and back, or work the spine and back just a little bit more to get flexibility and strength. So as we inhale, we're going to bring our chest forward. We're going to bring our head up. And holding with your hands can be here to help pull you forward, arching your back. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly round. Change the process. Curl the shoulders, drop the head, round the spine. Inhaling and coming up, and we'll repeat the process. Now, if your knees are moving either way, it's okay. Just support yourself here. Use that for your pulling, your pushing, just to leverage. That's the word I'm looking for. You can work with your eyes open or your eyes closed. It doesn't make any difference. Inhaling and exhaling. And your next inhale, looking up to the ceiling, arching the back, and breathing here, feeling the stretch, feeling the arch, feeling the muscles that are stiff. Continue breathing in this position. And on your next exhale, very slowly roll yourself, curling the spine, dropping the head. You can even stretch your arms out just to go back a little farther, giving your shoulders a stretch, your neck a stretch. And again, breathing here. And your next inhale, coming forward into the stretch. And then exhale, curling. Work with your own breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Whatever you wish to do, fast or slow. Listening to your body. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch. You want those to be good little stretches. If you're ever feeling pain, back off of a stretch. And give your body a chance to warm up a little more. Time and patience. Working with your breath and feeling the movement. Take breaks as you need to. And last one. And after you finish with your exhale, come back to center. This time place your hands, palms up. Close your eyes. and let the body settle. Don't force the breath, just let it happen. Inhaling and exhaling, coming back to center. And opening your eyes, and we're going to work with a side bend stretch. So again, we'll be starting going to the right. We're going to be placing our arm out to the side, our palm on the earth. And as we come down, we want to make sure we stay in alignment with the shoulder. So as we inhale, we'll just be sliding down. Now our left hand here, or our opposite hand, is just going to be an anchor wherever it needs to be. You don't want to go too far, but you want to be able to feel the stretch all the way up. And you also don't want your sit bones to come off the earth. So this is where we'll be going. And when it feels comfortable, like start here. And if you need more of a stretch, you can stay here and play with the stretch of the hip. You can also add on, and you can come over. You want to make sure that you're stretching and your hands are above each other, but you're not letting anything come off the earth. So feeling the stretch here, you feel it from your pinky all the way down to your hip. And then we would just come back out as we went in. So joining in, inhaling, sliding to the right, leaving the hand on the knee or the thigh or the shin, wherever it's comfortable for you. Keeping the body in line with the arm, and just letting the head stay at a neutral. Feeling the stretch in the hips, the groin, the lower back, and keep yourself in line. Keeping the movement to the side, and notice the muscles. If this is enough for you, to completely stay here. If you'd like to add on, inhale coming up, keeping the palm facing forward. And just taking a peek to make sure the hands are approximately above each other, not allowing yourself to collapse and feel the stretch. Keeping yourself nice and strong, again, head neutral. Make sure that you're breathing and feeling. Now, if this is too much, again, come out of it when you need to. And we always come out of a pose the way we went in. One more time, see if you can stretch a little bit farther. Pulling from the fingertips to the wall in front of you, and then pushing down from the hip to the ground. On your next exhale, slowly first bringing the arm down, and then bringing yourself back up to center. Leaving both hands on the earth, close your eyes, and be. I can see birdies outside my window. Inhaling and exhaling. And opening your eyes. And we're going to repeat the process on the other side. Inhale and exhale and prepare to move. On your next inhale, slowly come down to the side, letting your hand be on your knee, leg, or knee, shin, or thigh. Letting your hand be on your knee, shin, or thigh, and sliding down to where it's comfortable for you. Always checking your alignment. Noticing the stretch, and opening in the groin. Nice deep breaths. And if you're good here, again, keep checking your alignment, because as one muscle releases and relaxes, another one's going to bring your attention to it, working through the layers of the muscles as you get them to relax. And if it feels right for you, on your next inhale, bringing that opposite arm up and over. Again, noticing where your hands are, keeping yourself in alignment, but also noticing the difference on this side versus the other. Again, it's just be curious. Keeping your spine as straight as you can. And what I mean by is not slouching. Using those abdominal muscles to support the back. And stretching from the hip to the armpit to the fingertips. The opening of the body. Keeping yourself facing forward. Yes, my hand is sliding. And that's okay. On your next exhale, slowly bring the arm down. Come back up to center, keeping your hands on the floor. Again, close your eyes and let the body come back into center. Breathing. And as you open your eyes, placing your hands underneath your knees and assisting them as you bring them to center, foot soles on the earth. And giving your knees a hug. You can walk your feet in closer to you if that works. And grabbing your arms or grabbing your legs as you inhale, straighten your spine. So hugging your knees and pulling yourself so your spine is straighter and taller. Nice deep breaths for you. If you need to, you can rock a little bit here. And then relax the arms. And we're going to come into a cross leg again, but we're going to change positions. So we want to make sure that you change your leg position. So this should be your awkward one. Nope, I was right the first time. Because sometimes you forget which way you were. So in your awkward or your other side sitting pose, placing your hands over the tops of your knees again and close your eyes. And again, just settling. Settle into the pose. In opening your eyes, we're going to work with a sitting twist. So we're going to be taking our right arm and placing it on our left knee. We take our left hand and place that behind us as close as you can to your buttocks without hyperextending that joint. So it'll probably be more like that because you're going to be using that muscle to hold you up. So use that as kind of like your prop or your chair to hold you up and keep your spine straight. Starting looking forward, and you can join me. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly twist yourself with your belly button. And this hand that's on your knee, you can use that anywhere on your leg to help assist you twisting from your belly button. Looking over that back shoulder, feeling the twist. And as the body relaxes, again, readjust. Where can I get another space, another place? And allowing the muscle to relax. Getting rid of any stress, anything that no longer serves you, that you're storing in your muscles. Make sure that you're inhaling and exhaling, looking over your shoulder. On your next exhale, slowly release, coming back to center, again placing both hands over your knees. Close your eyes and just notice the difference in your back and spine. You may feel that one side is starting to become way more relaxed with each stretch. and you know that you need to do the opposite side in order to feel balanced. Opening your eyes, placing your right hand, your left hand on the opposite knee, and the opposite hand behind you. Inhale, and as you exhale from the belly button, twist, looking over your shoulder. Again, noticing the difference on this side versus the other, and just be curious. Our body is a very amazing, peculiar, informative suit that we're wearing as a spirit. Yes, I did say suit. Breathing. And just noticing where it's uncomfortable for you, and imagine taking your breath to that area. Continue to keep looking over your shoulder behind you, keeping yourself supported, and keeping the spine long. And on your next exhale, slowly release, coming back to center, bringing the hands over the tops of the knees, and close your eyes. Let the body assimilate and balance. Breathing. And from here, opening your eyes, grabbing your knees and assisting them back, foot soles on the earth. Giving yourself a nice big hug, straightening the spine, dropping the shoulders. Letting yourself relax and slowly bringing yourself down onto the earth. You might have to remove ponytails, remove them. And we're going to work with a little counterbalances just to, we did a lot of forward stuff with our back. So we're going to move the back in just a different way just to relax it and give it a little bit more of a stretch. Begin by warming up your spine. And what I mean by warming up to a different pose, a different direction. So doing pelvic tilts. And then slowly bring yourself up. And yes, you'll have to readjust your back, your feet. But you still want to make sure that you have that 90-degree angle. So it's more about bending, getting the back to bend in different places. And slowly bringing yourself up as you feel comfortable. And then begin to walk your shoulders together. Again, you don't want to put strain on the knees. And pushing up from the hips. Again, readjusting the upper body. And again, arching the back, pushing the hips up to the ceiling. And if you're comfortable, you can bring your arms completely together underneath you. Draw them into a fist, and again, pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Bending the back. Working with a slight back bend. On your next exhale, walk your shoulders out first. Release your arms. And then slowly rolling your vertebrae down one at a time. Nice and slow. And when you get to the earth, relax, keeping your knees bent. Close your eyes and breathe. And we'll do one more. If you've had enough, just allow yourself to relax here, and we'll be right back. Just keep breathing. For those that wish to carry on, when you're ready, inhaling rolling the spine, lifting the hips, and walking the shoulders by pushing the diaphragm, the hips up to the earth, or up to the ceiling, sorry about that. And then walking the shoulders in, grabbing the hands, again pushing the heels into the earth, your hip bones to the ceiling, and bringing the shoulders together, keeping the neck long, looking straight up at the ceiling, and pushing your legs into the earth, working on strength and flexibility. And make sure that you are breathing. And on an exhale, when you're ready, slowly walk your shoulders out and bringing your spine down, relaxing, and keeping your knees bent for 3 or 4 breaths. And when it feels right for you, you can bring your legs out straight into corpse pose and finding your comfort here. And as you straighten yourself in corpse pose, surrendering, finding your breath, closing your eyes, and just following the breath. Watching the inhale and watching the exhale. Breathing and being. To the question of your life, you are the only answer. Breathe. And just notice. Notice your feelings. Notice your body. Notice your attitude. Surrendering. To the problems of your life, you are the only solution. Continue breathing. Did you have a reaction to that? Take a few minutes and explore that. You create your reality. It is the truth. We create it in order to have experiences to further our soul. Allow that to sink in. And in your time, as you're ready, bringing yourself back into the room, again, taking your time. And gradually pushing yourself up into a sitting pose. And thanks for joining us. Namaste, friends.